Okay, we are back at Home Buying Made Easy, and I'm Michael, and I have Rachel with me, my lovely assistant who refuses to be on camera. I'm not really sure what her problem is. I do know what her problem is. She's more like the producer and doesn't really need to be on the camera. I probably don't even need to be on the camera, mainly because it's a podcast, but we do stream it on YouTube too. Yes. So since we stream it, I guess that's okay. So anyway, Home Buying Made Easy. That's what we're talking about. And today is Mythbuster Monday.
It is.
And we are going to be talking about another myth. Rachel, what is the myth that we are going to debunk? And we are only going to say the word debunk because last episode we talked about discombobulate. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that again. Debunk. We're going to debunk a myth.
The myth.
Debunk. We're going to
myth. Oh my gosh. The myth we're going to debunk is you have to have a job for 2 years consecutively to qualify to buy a house.
That's true. You have to have a job for 2 years. So this has been a great episode. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Wow.
Yeah. So there are a lot of nuances to jobs. And it is true that you do have to have an employment history of some sort. And this is very loose as far as what's allowed. But you do have to have a employment history for 2 years so that they can show stability. It shows stability to the underwriter that you have continued to maintain a job or maintain something like a job. What I mean by that is we typically, let's just talk traditionally, it's a 2-year history. So a lot of people call, I had a guy call me about maybe 3 weeks ago, said, hey, I just changed my job. Do I have to wait 2 years to buy a house? And I said, no. How long were you at your previous job? Because I was at my previous job for 4 years. Well, we have a 4-year history. Mm-hmm. He just changed jobs to better himself, and he's going to be making more money. So it makes sense in that case for him to be able to get a new job and then still have the power to purchase a home. Mm-hmm. Another example, this is one that is very unique. There's people that go to college. When they get out of college, they do not have a 2-year history. Do they have to wait? What are your thoughts?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
The answer is no. If they have a job offer, they don't even have to have the job yet. They don't even have to be working at the job yet. They could have a job offer that starts prior to their first mortgage payment. Mm-hmm. And if they have that, and we get the transcripts from their college that shows they were in college, the transcripts serve as an employment history. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's insane.
Yeah. So there are all kinds of nuances when it comes to, now I want to make sure, let's pause for just a second. If somebody's hopped from job to job to job to job, and they've had like 8 jobs in 2 years, mm-hmm. that's going to leave an underwriter a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because they don't hold a job.
Right.
That doesn't mean they won't approve them. It just mm-hmm. means there's a lot of explaining that has to be done to make that happen, you know? So you do have to like use common sense. It's not like it can be just keep job hopping or whatever, but yeah, you can have multiple jobs over a 2-year period if you're showing a progression that, hey, I started here and I was making this, and then I started, I took a new position, I'm doing it here. Mm-hmm. Or if you're moving to a new location, a lot of times people move to a new location and then they haven't been at that new location for 2 years. That's another example. As long as you have a history and you're going into the same line of work, I say that loosely also. It doesn't have to be the same exact line of work all the time, mm-hmm. but you can't be like, you can't be self-employed in one place. Like, let's say self-employed in Utah, and then you're going to start a brand new business, self-employed in Tennessee. That means you don't have a client base and you're starting from scratch and you don't have a history. that's a little bit different. So self-employment is a whole nother game, and there's a lot of nuances there too.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, this has been Home Buying Made Easy. And if you have questions about, so let's say you're self-employed and you're wondering, can you still buy a house, or you are moving to the area and you want to know what are the nuances that we were talking about, feel free to reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll see you next episode.